Okay, in Google, press like this, enter like this, IIT Kharagpur Virtual Lab. Okay, so the first one, IIT Kharagpur Virtual Lab. So our main concept is high voltage engineering lab, virtual high voltage lab. So press virtual high voltage lab. So on that list of experiment. So today we have to concentrating on study of impulse current generator. So by pressing that, these are the different types of icons are observed like this. So on that simulator, press simulator. So impulse current generator. ICG is nothing but impulse current generator. It's called experiment setup. Okay. So after pressing the ICG icon, so we'll get like this. This is called experiment setup of impulse current generator. So the red color also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 capacitors are there. Okay. So these are different types of capacitors are connected in parallel. This is called spark gap. So this is the equivalent circuit. So this is called equivalent circuit of these are instructions. These are all instructions. This is called equivalent circuit. An equivalent circuit is one is called charging unit. So this is called charging unit, and the second one is earthing device. So second is earthing device. Okay, and the third one capacitors with the damping resistors. These are all capacitors with the damping resistors. And the fourth one firing spear gap. This is called firing spear gap. And then fifth one reactor control. Okay, fifth one is called reactor control. Okay, this is called reactor control. And then sixth one protective spear gap. Sixth one is called protective spear gap. Okay, and then the seventh one test specimen. Okay, this is called test specimen. So we have to test the circuit breaker or insulator by applying high current across the device. This is called CRO. By using CRO, you have to observe the waveforms. Okay, this is the equivalent circuit. This is the experiment setup. Okay, the all capacitors are charging in parallel. Okay, and also the all capacitors are discharging in parallel also. Okay, through hollow copper tubes. Okay, so this called hollow conductors, hollow copper tubes. These all capacitor hollow tubes are connected to the spear gaps in a parallel manner. So they all are connected in a parallel and also charging in parallel manner and also discharging parallel. Okay, so these are the different types of parameters. So understood. This is called charging voltage. So I'm adjusting 55. So charging capacitor CG. These are all capacitors are called capacitor charging capacitors. I'm adjusted here. So 7.3 microfarads and the front resistance. So 0.65, 68. I'm adjusted like that. R1 so 0.91 I'm taken. Front resistance, front inductance and tail inductance. So by using that, we have to control the wave front time and wave tail time. So I am adjusted all. So like this. So then start the experiment. Start experiment by pressing that start experiment. And this is called ground switch here. After pressing that ground switch, so the opening switch we have to observe. And then by after pressing the charge capacitors, the all capacitors charged. Okay. So I'm pressing here. So the capacitors are charging. Indication like that. Once capacitor charged, so this appear as a green color. And then so if when I am pressing the trigger generator in between these two, okay, there is a all capacitors are charged. Okay, across the test object. It's clear. And we have to observe the by using CRO the graph. So try to consider this spark is up here, and this is called so impulse current generation. So we have to observe in the graph. Okay, so like that we have to here kiloohms current in kiloohms. So this much of current we are observe. Okay, 1.1 approximately 1.1 kiloohms generated during transient condition. Okay, this time is called 1 microsecond, approximately 1 microsecond. So here approximately 1 microsecond. This is called wave front time and wave tail time. This is called wave tail time. Okay, so like that we have to observe the impulse current generator circuit by using what. So try to concentrating on this circuit experiment setup. So the all capacitors are connected in parallel. These red color capacitors, all capacitors are connected in parallel. The all capacitors are discharged to the hollow tubes through the hollow tube to the test object. Okay. All capacitors, these capacitors are connected in parallel, and these all capacitors are charging in a parallel manner, and also all capacitors are discharging to the test object is also parallel manner. Okay, this is the uh, virtual lab of impulse current generator setup. It's clear.